Not least is Ben Rayo. Ben is actually going to take a few extra minutes to talk to everyone about some new member benefits that most of you may not be aware of yet with our partnership, or we've teamed up with Community Buying Group. So he's going to talk a little bit about himself and then kind of roll right into that and kind of explain how those benefits would benefit you and what that means to you as a member of Kansas City Investment Group.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ben Rayo. I know some of you from here or some of the other investment groups. I am from West Africa. No, I am from Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky. Yes, I really am. Welcome. I am a landlord. I also have done a lot of flipping. I have about 40 rental properties in Jackson County. One of the things I would tell you is just, hey, look where you're buying your properties. Location is the number one issue. How you're going to service them, where you're going to find them, where your maintenance people are coming from. That's my biggest issue, is finding them close so they're easy to manage. How many people here have real full-time jobs, but they want to do real estate investment? Everybody? Almost? I mean, yeah, we all have real jobs. Everybody's got something they do to pay their bills and do it, and this is a long-term thing. I didn't buy 40 at once. I bought one, then another one, and another one. There's a lot of different creative ways to find money. Please pick up my card in the back of the room. If you want any help, call me. Send me an email. I'm not doing any more flips now. I have my other businesses, and that's all my focus, but I am managing 40 rental properties, and there's a lot of challenges around that. And I'd be glad to help anybody with finding resources, other members to be able to help you to find things where you need contractors or you need people that have those experiences. There's a lot of people out here that are available for you, and I'd be glad to help. I want to take a few minutes to talk about Community Buying Group. I'm the president of Community Buying Group as well, and what you're going to see in the next few slides are benefits that if you're a member of KCIG, these are available to you as a benefit for the membership that you pay KCIG. So everything that you see here, if you paid your dues, you already have access to this. If you haven't paid your dues, there's going to be plenty here that's going to justify you paying your membership dues. We work with real estate investment groups all over the United States, and we build real estate investment communities. So there's two things about Community Buying Group. One is getting discounts on products and materials and things that you're buying to rehab your houses or to do things that you're going to do for rentals or flips. The other part of it is there's actually a listing and a rating and review system that's in the private area of Community Buying Group. And everybody that's a member of KCIG has the ability to go create a profile. And what I would suggest is if you're in a business that is related to real estate, put that business in there if you want to service the real estate community. So if you're in the mortgage business, insurance business, you're a rehabber, put that business in there as your listing. Hold back on your real estate listing, because if you're trying to network and do business with other people in this community that are doing real estate investments and landlords, this is where you want to have a listing, so then you can start to network. Networking is key. There's a lot of people that I didn't know 2 years ago. We've got over 500 members in Kansas City. We expect that to be 2,000 by the end of February. And these are all people that are trying to buy houses, sell houses, and it's a great way to network. There's a lot more going on around this town than most people think as far as the number of people that are in the investment business. One of the things I talked about is having a listing in Community Buying Group. Again, this is no charge. Make sure you get a sheet before you leave. It'll show you how you go put in the group ID for KCIG. You can have a listing. What we're attempting to do is to build and find trusted resources. I have a roofer that I've used. He's got a plumber that he's used. You've got a gutter person that you've used. You've got a person that's lent you hard money. If we've had good experiences with these people, we're trying to build a network of new people that are coming in. They're getting their first rental property here very soon. They need resources. They don't know who to go to. We don't want people to get ripped off. There's too many people in this group and other groups that know resources that you can trust. Go out and ask. It's no charge to you, so take advantage of this program. I guarantee you it'll help you do business better. One of the highlights of the program is buying materials, and we are partnered with Lowe's. KCIG also is a member of National RIA, which you can also shop at Home Depot as well. The Lowe's program is a little bit different than the Home Depot program. The this program will help you to save a lot of money. If you get a Lowe's accounts receivable card, which is a 30-day terms, walk in, use the card. It's not a credit card. You get a bill once a month. You'll save 5% at the register. If any of you already have that card, we can save you an additional 2%. You'll be able to do that. I want to go into the details of the programs. Just come see us or call us. But we can save you a lot of money at Lowe's, somewhere between 7 and 22%, depending on how you use the program. Sherwin-Williams paint, we save 30 to 40% on that. Sherwin-Williams flooring. A lot of people don't realize that Sherwin-Williams is the largest flooring wholesaler in the United States. So they can sell you carpet, they can do installs for carpet, they can do it very inexpensively. It's a very easy program to take advantage of. Sears Commercial. This is not a Sears store. This is actually, you talk to a national account team. We have a national account representative. But the things that they do, they have some sweet spots. It's going to be a kind of an entry-level dishwasher. That's a Kenmore product. It's going to be $240. That's what I put in all my properties. It's about $50 less than I can go get it at Home Depot or Lowe's. They have a very nice deal on some refrigerators. We have about 50 different SKUs that are real estate investor and landlord friendly that you can go and buy that's going to save you some money on appliances. Lock boxes, you'll see them in the back. These are about $10 less than what you would purchase at Home Depot or Lowe's through NewSet. They also do a master key. If you're just starting, take my advice. Master your properties all the same. That means that you have one key that opens every single lock of everything you own, but then the tenants have a different key. That way, you don't have to ever worry about figuring out which key opens which property. Hey, that one was free. That was worth $100. Titan Environmental, local, based in Kansas City company. They do work all over the Midwest, but if you've got issues with environmental, lead, asbestos, water damage, these guys are very good. If any of you are going to rent Section 8, if there's a huge lead issue with Section 8 properties, they can do all the scanning and testing that needs to be done to make sure that you pass. If anybody's going to do Section 8, there's a lot of people in here. I rent to some Section 8 tenants. It's very good money. You just got to do it the right way. An example, in Community Buying Group, there's a person that's a tradesperson, Geo Properties. He will guarantee that your property will pass the first time the Section 8 comes to inspect it. He knows what they look for. He knows, I got to make sure these outlets do this. I got to make sure that the paint is all covered. Those are kinds of people that we're building into this network, so you can go find that kind of help. Domain names have to do with building your brand and having a website. You may not have properties yet, but you're going to want a website. Website man over here, video man over here. He's going to talk to you about some of that kind of stuff, I'm sure. But it's important, and it's very easy to have your own domain, have your own website. Build a sign. This also goes into branding. This is a great signage company, a lot cheaper than going to a FedEx. If you want to do banners, if you want to do customized sign, it's all online, free shipping, 15% off. Again, building a brand, having a LLC set up for yourself, protect yourself, having a brand of a company, having it on your signs, having a website on your signs, having these things to help you to build that business. Start early because it's easy. Once you have it done, it only needs to be done once, and then you start adding more properties and you've already got it. And signs are reused and they're pointing people to your website in these different ways to help run your business because we all have other jobs. We can't answer the phone all the time. A couple of other products that would be helpful typically in the investor and landlord. The first one's a virtual phone system, Ring Central. It's what we use at all of our offices. We have no handsets, no nothing. It's all wireless, headset, Bluetooth, talking to a controller on a computer. But the nice thing is if you get a phone line from them for as little as $10 a month, you can put that on your real estate sign. And you'll have to put your cell phone on there. And once that number's called, you can redirect that number anywhere you want. I can have it ring 2 different numbers at once. I can have it go over here, and if you don't answer, it goes into voicemail. I get an email with a voice file attached to it that has the actual voicemail there. So there's a lot of different flexibility. I can have it ring my office. I can have it ring my cell phone, both of them at the same time. You gain some flexibility. These are things that are easy to save you time, money, and how you're managing your business. QuickBooks, if you're, I think I just touched the wrong button. It made a funny sound like that on video game. That's okay. QuickBooks, if you're just starting, if you got one property, probably Excel's fine. QuickBooks might be the next step up, but you can get 20% off at QuickBooks through the CBG relationship. And all you need to do is go to the website and find that out. AAA screening, if you're going to be a landlord, screen. Certainly for, credit's not necessarily as important as maybe that you want to know that the person you're about to rent to killed the next neighbor that he lived next to in the duplex where he lived in a different state, but it didn't show up in CaseNet. which is the Missouri freeway to go check out if somebody has a record. So there's things that you want to do to make sure to protect yourself as a landlord, investor. If you're going to do a lease option, if you're flipping properties, you may want to be pulling somebody's credit to see, hey, are they ever going to even be able to buy this property ever? Or am I just getting myself another rental property? So we've got a great deal with them. Credit reports are $12. Usually they're somewhere between $3 to $5 more than that. You get full-blown screening for $30, which is everything you could possibly want to know, from income to employment verifications to all the things that you'd want to know if you're going to rent to somebody. Rent fast. This is the only product that we own as a company, and it's been developed. This product was developed by landlords for landlords, and what it's going to do is give you the ability to have an actual website. It sets up very quickly, and it does a lot of things that a real estate investor would want to do with a website. What it is not a complex product. It's not a product that if somebody's going to try to have all kinds of autoresponders and different lists and trying to manage 10 different phone numbers and all kinds of buying lists, that's not the product. He's probably the guy you need to talk to about that. But if you're going to have rental properties, this is a fantastic product to get started with because it's very inexpensive, and it's going to allow you to do things like take an online maintenance request, take an online application, streamline some of the things you're going to do is have a property brochure that's on your website. Have your own domain name. Again, back to building a brand and making it easy. Today, I'm on the way to appointment. I had a tenant give me a maintenance request through the website. I see it on my phone. I easily forward that to my maintenance person. I'm done with it. 30 seconds. At a stoplight, I forward it. I'm done. I never see it again. The maintenance guy responds to me 2 hours later. I set up an appointment with the person. The great customer service to the tenant. Easy for me to manage. I can continue to do the stuff where I can make money versus maintaining properties. Leverage yourself with technology. Leverage yourself with knowledge of people that have the experience. You know, there's 1,000 years of experience in this room. Most of them are Keith. But and the guy, and that's not a jumpsuit that's on Chris. That's really his work uniform. So he's not on work release tonight. All right, I got 3 or 4 more slides, and I'm going to turn it over to Marcus. This is an example of a website that's been built with the RentFast. So to give you an idea, if you've got 10 or less properties, with your discount because you're a community buying group membership, and your membership here, this is $8.50 to get the functionality a month. I'm going to show you. So this goes up to 10 properties. The next step up is $15 a month. That'll take you up to 25 properties. You have 75 properties, it's $20 a month. It's not expensive, and you're going to see some of the functionality is going to be stuff that makes sense. It's like, yeah, this is easy, this makes sense. So you get a basic website where you've got a home page where you can put some things. I use it to put helpful phone numbers. This is actually my website. So if you went to summitholdinggroup.com, this is where you would end up. That's my company. For my rental properties, you would end up here, and you would see, these are things that you get the phone calls. What's the phone number for the gas company? What's the phone number for this? Put it on your website, then all you got to say is, hey, it's on my website. I'm done. I'm not trying to be rude. It's just, hey, go help yourself. You can't seem to look it up. Don't call me. Go to the website. You're going to find out when you have rental properties, you're going to have a bunch more children. It's awesome. I encourage it. Now, encouraging, and I don't mean to discourage it in that way, but what is encouraging is that never mind that voice in the background. This is kind of the fun part about landlording that's different than flipping. I don't own all my properties for free and clear. Most people probably don't. Leverage myself as much as I could to borrow other people's money to do that. Well, I've been in it now 6, 7 years. And when you pay a mortgage, you've got a principal amount, and it's like you're only paying this much. Well, now it's getting to be where oh wow, okay, now it's $100, it's $120 per property that I'm reducing the principal. Now you start to say, okay, now that's 40 grand a year that I'm reducing principal on my properties. It's amazing that you just kind of maintain it. It'll take care of itself over here. If you've got another job, you've got income, the deductions that you get from this business are fantastic to limit your income. You need to talk to a tax attorney about if you're going to flip properties. That's a very important thing about taking how you take your income. So that would be a good suggestion as far as trying to track somebody down and do that. This is an example of a brochure that's created on your website. So homepage, somebody clicks on a property, this is what your brochure would look like. You can embed new technology, have a YouTube video, it's got Google Maps are connected to it. This stuff is a piece of cake. It's set up through drop-down menus, check boxes, real easy to set up a property. It takes about 4 minutes to do a property once you kind of know what you're doing. And it feeds all the questions that a tenant's going to call you to ask. So if you have another job, you're working, and you can't answer your phone, This is a way that a tenant or somebody can self-serve themselves to say, oh, I need a place with a garage, or I need a place with a basement. It doesn't have one. But wait, this person has another property for rent on the same website that maybe you get to cross-sell into them. So this is a way that you can have technology be working for you. One of the things that we can do is we can take that property brochure and we can stick it on Craigslist for you. A lot of people are using Craigslist to find tenants or to flip properties. The brochure you just saw was on your website. This is what a brochure looks like on Craigslist. It's very simple. It's about 3 clicks, and you're basically just pasting that HTML code into your Craigslist ad. It cuts about 75% of the time to put an ad in Craigslist. The powerful part of this is if you look in through here, you'll see different places that say click here. When somebody clicks on these links, it's actually taking them from Craigslist to your website. Now you move this person out of this huge list of properties over to your website to look at your property or maybe other properties that you may have for rent because now you've got them on your website. Everybody wants to see a picture. It's like don't press the red button. It's don't click here to see photos, and everybody, 95% of the time, is going to click that to see more photos. And that's the purpose of that. Oh, video. I want to see a video. Video. Cool, video. This is an example, a screenshot of an application online. Another way to, you got paper applications. I'm not telling you one way or the other, but you have the ability to take this online. So now it's not, you'll find that you're going to give people applications. You're going to print your paper, your ink, your time. You're going to give it to them. They're going to lose it. They're not going to fill it out. They're going to call you back a week later and say, is it still available? Can you give me another application? It's going to be crumpled up. It's going to be handwritten. You avoid all of those things with this. We haven't taken a paper application in 20 months. So no paper applications at all. Everything's been typed. It's typed by them. No data entry. We don't have to enter anything. It's all there. It's archived, and you have the ability to keep track of it. This is a maintenance request, and you'll find this is going to be powerful as well. Where I talked about somebody can come in, they're renting from you, they can put a maintenance request in, they can do this, submit it, you get a notification on your phone that you've got the maintenance request. It has all the detail in that request, the phone number, their email, anything. Easy to forward to somebody to take care of it, easy to scroll over it, touch a button, and click if you're using a smartphone to call them back to handle it. This is the private area where we talked about having a bunch of different categories in the private area of community buying groups. So this would be a place to find resources. You're not going to find resources in all these categories yet because we're just building Kansas City. Again, I said we only have about 500 members. There's 30 categories. That doesn't leave a hole. You split that up over that, you might only find one person in a category. You may find some with nobody in those categories. It doesn't mean that we don't have those resources. It means the resources we've used just aren't a member of an investment group, or they haven't made it in the community buying group yet. So what you have to do, this is key, you can't walk into a Lowe's store and say, I'm a member of KCIG, where's my discount? We get that all the time. We had somebody walk into Sherwin-Williams in Pensacola, Florida 2 days ago, waving their flyer. I'm part of the Pensacola investment group, and I need to buy $4,000 worth of paint, and I want my 40% off. No, we need to get you registered. So first thing you need to do is go to the website, register, then we know you're a member, and we make sure that if you're going to be buying these products and what you need to do to participate in it. I overlooked that on the AAA screening, everybody gets one free screening. So if you paid your membership, that's worth about $30. So that's going to be a big payback right away. You're up.